Welcome to the channel. This is the Kaldheim Commander series. I'm Glaff. Today we're doing Svella the Ice Shaper. She is a obvious ramp creature because she has the ability to create snow artifact tokens named Icy Manalith. Add 1 mana of any color for 3 mana and a tap. She is only 3 mana herself for a 2/4, so pretty good creature all in all. Once you do ramp up, you can spend 8, look at the top 4 cards of your library, and cast a spell without paying its mana cost from them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. So to do that, we've got lots of ramp. We've got a little bit of removal from red here and there. Ramp, and all the way up to here we've got some game-ending creatures and planeswalkers and a little bit of card draw here and there. So fairly simple idea. We just ramp up, remove any threats, and beat them down. Let's get straight into it. Danish potato. Tyvar. Interesting. Okay. I don't mind it. We can cast the Spirit of Aldegard, but let's go for a little bit more ramp. I don't know when we're going to be able to cycle that. Maybe I'll just hold on to it. We'll see. Could have done it that turn rather than play the Woodland Mystic, considering Svella could come out next turn, but we want the extra mana so that we can have something to play with. Let's see. See if they let us keep her on. Ski. Okay. Well, we can always make the manalith on their turn, block the Toski, shock, and Bone Crusher can stay up for that. Let's see what happens. Maybe this does cycle. I think we definitely want to take the tap, make the manalith here. Really could use that extra source. And I suppose we give them the card. Otherwise they're going to get more cards from it eventually. Let's see. If we play Bone Crusher here, we can still tap, make 1 more manalith. I think that gets us up to about where we want to be. Not. Oh yeah, we can still make the manalith. Okay. I would like to play something else, but I think right here, Warnclex goes over and kills the Tyvar. Suppose we could have attacked with Svella, but don't want them drawing cards. Likely we'll be able to at least have one of these open to stop that. Server's been a bit touchy today. Okay, well they've got the full deck here. Oh, okay, that's not the one I was thinking of. I don't want to do it, but let's just stay ahead. I don't think we need the extra mana now. Got the Death Touch for Vorinclex. I think that's okay. If this gave Trample, that might be nice. Could draw 6 cards. I don't think we need to yet. 4, 5, 6. More Visionary. Just go in with that. Does 3 damage, gets rid of the... Ugh. Don't like it at all. Don't know what else to do about it, though. I think overall this deck benefits more from the Elder Gargaroth. Though we can probably do what we need to do with just the Llanowar Visionary, and that lets us make another manalith. Okay. Wow. Yeah, if I wanted to tap this turn and give him a card, we could put Maze Mind down. Guess we'll have to wait. Not into that idea. Okay, Tyvar again. Gonna gain Death Touch on something. Probably. I'd probably want to give a counter to Toski personally, but... Oh no, that's good, because it's a black zombie. Really? No? Okay. What do you have? A trick? Well, we'll take it then. See what you have. I think we're probably pretty good on manaliths now. Don't need to cycle that. We'll be playing it eventually here. Okay, oh right, they were saying that you have to, you have to like go past the avatar's head to be able to drag stuff into play now. I think Yadaro wants to come play. And do they want to kill 4/3? Let's not give them that chance. We'll have to sack a creature next turn, but I think that's okay. Just keep Tyvar from doing his thing. Oh. What? Really? We're going to bring him back. Cards putting off War Tyvar. Okay, so good. Nice. Okay. That would be a nice thing to kill. It's going to overwhelm us pretty soon here, making me wish I had just put that damage straight up to the face. Can you not do that to Toski? No, one elf. Okay, one more of these. Should have plenty of land for everything else we want to do for the rest of the game. What's Tyvar at? 4 more, so he'd be 8 to cast, which can be done. Definitely want this out. See what happens if we draw a card. Very nice. Okay. Not worried about using her ability yet. Am I scared of them? Let's see what they do here. If they just are willing to take 8 damage. Okay. That gets them a little closer. I'm more worried about the Elvish War Master than Tyvar at the moment. Suppose that's what we're holding on to it for, right? I want to draw 9 cards next turn? I suppose so. Gotta run him over somehow. Gonna have to hold quite a bit back to be able to kill Yadaro if he's thinking of not dying to it somehow. I might just go in with Yadaro and Elder Gargaroth after drawing the cards, because we should be able to refill the board pretty easily. A non-attacking dwarf. And still, okay. Interesting. Tempted to just make the beast. We'll have so many cards next turn. I think we want more free creatures. Shatter Skull's pretty nice. I think we use that instead. 4, 6. Once you go to 6, it goes to 12. That is a win condition taken away, though. Without Return of the Wild Speaker in hand, I'd probably be drawing the cards. Okay. And we'll get to make a manalith and draw a card next turn. Well, I wasn't sure if Yadaro was the best call for this deck because the cycling isn't that important to me, but I think I've come around on that one. Okay, so -3 if they wanted to, or -2. Oh, I gave him a card. I'm trying so hard not to give him any cards this whole game. We draw one too, so there. Okay. Okay, Svella versus Isika. It seems that Svella's pretty high in the ranks of commanders. This should do. Are we going to need to put this down? Probably. Most of the things that we'd want to hit with it are going to be bigger than we'll be able to do in the early game, though having 4 mana in hand, that's probably okay. Just hang on to it for now. If we have to shock it in, that probably means that it's either going to be really important or we're already gone. All right. Interesting. Maybe we just hold off on casting anything until 4th turn, 5th turn, I mean. Definitely want to hold back their bridge. Now, if this becomes a common matchup, we want to change the deck a little bit, put some builds in. Right now, it's not an expected matchup. I'm kind of surprised by seeing Isika versus Svella, but if Svella's getting good enough that this is going to be something we see, we're going to want probably 2 enchantment killers in the deck. Again, just however often you see this deck. It's not just an auto-include, obviously. Alright, we have to Storm's Wrath just to get rid of Kanan. Let's not. Let's put the Questing Beast out and see if they kill that. We don't have anything to ramp up to quite yet. It's nice to get the engine going for the 8 ability, but the chance that we actually get to play any of this... Okay, so that's another green. That's not quite it for him. Missing a black or... I guess just a black. That's looking nicer now. Okay. So this needs 5 and they've got 1. And they'll have 2 once they put that out. I'm not sure that this game's gonna go the way we want it to. Let's just use the Shatter Skull Smashing to kill Kanan. Only 1 mana away from using the ability here, so maybe just putting that Visionary down when we could was a better play. I do play a little bit of removal in my... Yeah, they've got their enchantment coming out next turn. Then the fun begins. This is probably the slowest hand I've ever seen with Svella, unfortunately. So we can do both this and the Visionary. Don't need the third land, so let's just get a tap land. Draw a card. This isn't necessarily ideal. Might just end up putting a mountain or a forest in. There's so much easy access to mana in this that it's probably not even necessary. Oh yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wonder if they've got removal. And that's game next turn if they don't. Okay, let's give them a trample. So if they spend their next turn just playing the bridge, that's 18 damage. On the plus side, that really worked out well, but on the minus side, that was a very slow bridge. Well, our deck was very slow too, so I think not as bad of a matchup as you might expect. Mono black. Oh, Athreos. That's not mono black. For a second I thought it was Erebos, I suppose. Let's start with the tap and go red. Long way away, but this deck can be a little bit slow itself, so I'm sure they've got lots of removal to get them there and beyond. I think we'd draw the card next turn, even though this probably dies, but it's a little bit better of a play in some ways. Replicating Ring, getting out, getting its counters started is better in some ways. This is a 2-for-1. It's a free cast, and if they do decide to destroy it, then that takes away one of their removal spells. This gets the Elder Gargaroth out 4th turn, but again, probably just gets removed. Storm's Wrath is really not doing well for us. Shadow Spear can take away the indestructibility. It'll be pretty hard to kill, though, still. Shadow Spear on an Elder Gargaroth can do it. It's hard to get them to actually block, though. Another indestructible. It's God time. Maybe they're not going removal. Maybe they are. Tough call either way. When we have this much land, it's hard to want to put Svella out right away. Might be a good idea. If this lives through the next turn, it gives us so much value, though. Yeah. Not likely. +1. Suppose we can save that. Does the Vorinclex die? Probably. If this gets any bigger, it's out of Storm's Wrath. Can't equip it though. Suppose we'll just attack and go. Put the Storm's Wrath out, put the Shadow Spear out. Daxos is kind of worth that trade because he has 2 white mana symbols, which lead into Heliod and Aetherios coming out a lot sooner. So before he can just power up and win with just the Daxos and a couple of other things, then it might be worth getting rid of him. I think Svella coming out next turn, absorbing the next. Removal is probably a good play. Just crack that passage, get it out of the way. Shatterskull Smashing is pretty good here. Get rid of some of their devotion. 4 or 5. This is rad. I should have done that enough. Okay. 6, 7. So can hold this open. Does that allow us to use her for 3? We can't then. Yeah, we'd have to put down this as a land to be able to. Okay, they probably have mass removal. So let's just gain a little bit of life, do as much damage as we can. We got 1 devotion on that so far. Is that worth shattering? Yes. That's 6, 7. So we need another land to be able to go kill them both. GG Shatterskull Smashing. Again. Alright. Luris. Srain. Lots of ramp. A bit too much ramp. We're going to have to race him here to be able to get to 8. It's a fun card to bring out of the graveyard every turn. Luris is really hard to keep off the board as a commander. So... fun. Looks like a fun deck. Lots of little tricks. Can you stand up to all the big tricks, though? We'll see. Okay, very, very tempting to Tundra Fumarole and then Replicating Ring. We'll just bring it back and be able to Witch's Oven it. If he Witch's Ovens before we cast this, we don't get the mana. But that's a pretty good argument against it. Maybe Svella coming out. I'd like to get my ramp going. Unfortunately, we don't have a 2-mana ramp. It's all of our 3-mana ramps. I think we need to trade back for one more 2-mana ramp. Maybe trade out Roiling Regrowth. This avoids some of the problems like spot removal or board wipes, but it also does hurt the curve quite a bit. Come on. Wow. There's Yudaro again. Hello. Let's see, we can go Tundra Fumarole into 4 damage would be really nice on Luris to stop him from doing anything. Again, the Witch's Oven is open, so we just can't hit with that this game. Unless he's got a Planeswalker. I suppose we could put Svella down. Let's just go here. Hold off for one more turn on creatures. Almost wish this was the other one. Having 2 mana open doesn't really do much more good than having 1 mana open. We just want to have 1 mana open once we put Svella down. 5 mana. Kogla can come out once we get the next land drop. Or we can Llanowar Visionary with Svella. That's pretty good. Be surprised if this doesn't run Veto. Life gain. Could force them to sacrifice the Nighthawk Scavenger. You can't get it back with Luris, so that's probably pretty good thing to do. Still have a play this turn. Maybe they'll forget. Nope. Come on. Let's get it going. So I thought we took this out in favor of one of the other 3 drops, but I guess we still have it in. So that's a Kogla next turn. You're going to put your Luris out, probably waiting until he actually has a use for it so we don't just kill it. Force them to kill it themselves. Yudaro comes out pretty soon. No removal yet, so no need to hold Svella back. Maybe just Llanowar Visionary with Svella is pretty good. No blocks. Plenty of food for you, huh? Don't think we make it to 8th turn, so... Alright, let's get this going. Hopefully we get a land. Good. That means that we can keep Snakeskin Veil open. Could have put Yudaro out this turn. Would have rather tapped the Woodland Mystic if I was actually paying a little closer attention to that. But let's keep going here. Don't want to put Shadow Spear out quite yet. It'll play very nicely with Kogla. Okay, you've got to have some removal in this deck, right? Ah, the Great Hall. Don't have a lot of flying protection, so we could save Kogla for that. They have to, what, sacrifice a creature? So that's a good use for the Scorpion there. Suppose they might want the Scorpion to die. Gonna bring back Luris. They don't have a way to... Okay. How does gaining that much health help you? Please, show me the way. I mean, there are plenty of ways it could help. No Griffin Airy, nothing like that. I just wanted it in the graveyard. Okay. Fine. Have I got a wandering monster to show you? This allows us to still hold the Snakeskin Veil open. Would love to start gaining some of that health back. And it feels a little dangerous having the monster open, but they're not going to be able to, with just that one thing in their hand. The only thing that they're going to be able to do is probably Doomscar, which looks really good with Luris up, so not that much of a problem. But can always Kogla, so that looks. That's a little bit. Against the idea of that being a Doomscar. It's starting to look more like a Starnheim. They can only put 2 angels down right now, though, so that's not too worrisome. We've got the 3rd angel here, which makes it a little bit more difficult to deal with. Going to be taking a lot of damage and giving us a lot of health with Yadara if they can't deal with it, though. Probably see the Scorpion come back with Luris next turn. Be Koglaing that away. We have enough to Kogla and attach the Shadow Spear. Oh, it is a Doomscar. Oh no. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Sure looked like one. They were just waiting for a real threat, weren't they? So we might get the replicating ring going anyway. I think a better pathway would have been early Svella into some manaliths. I was kind of okay with that since we have the backup Kogla, and we're up to the 8 soon to be able to use her once a turn to cast a spell from the library. Not ideal, but it should still work out in our favor. One of these, yeah, they're going for it. Okay. I didn't even want Birth of Melitus. Yeah. A little bit low on land, I'm not surprised. Allows him to cast Luris again after we kill it. Pretty good play, in my opinion. This is a fight, so they gain another 3 up to 35. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 36. Oh, unless they sacrifice it, they might. I don't know how much they like food. I'm just hoping we can keep Kogla around for just one turn to be able to refresh the hand. That is good. Now we can attach the Shadow Spear to Svella. How do you feel about me fighting your Lurrus? Gain more health if you don't. Okay. Oh, 2 food tokens, right. Maybe that's why they gave it the +1 counter before the end of their turn. There goes Svella again. That's okay. We definitely have to be casting another creature next turn. Ouch. I might just cast her again rather than try to get the one off of Return of the Wild Speaker. Is she at 7? Hmm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 gives us 3 mana left over. What are the chances? Don't really want Svella to go up that high, but we have the replicating ring going off next turn. Losing Kogla isn't the end of the world, but if we don't get our 7 cards right now, probably get a land that we can go up to 4 mana, and that's quite a likely creature. Hopefully it'll be small enough we can equip Shadow Spear and go up to 22 health. Really good that we got Replicating Ring out when we did. I need that. Hello? Is there something you can do about that? Probably kill the Scorpion by taking it out. Cast Lurrus, cast the Scorpion, attack with Rankle, kill the Scorpion. Next turn. Are they roping because they're done with this? Is this too frustrating? What is going on, buddy? Okay. Henge is free. But we do lose Kogla still. Do 2 damage here or 3 damage here. Go with this to try to prophecy up one more thing. Indestructible is good, so I suppose we'll do that. Shadow Spear or Witch's Oven. I suppose the Shadow Spear, then we can kill Rankle on the attack. Yeah, that's even better than I thought. Okay, perfect. If he's got a trick, we're going to really wish that that Fire Prophecy went off on the other turn, not waiting. But this should be pretty good too. Gonna definitely need Svella out. This is a sacrifice effect, so the indestructible doesn't do anything, unfortunately. That's why I held up the red. I said earlier, oh, we'll do that, but Aura. Aura's not a druid. You're not an avid druid. You can't even cycle. I like this, but just not going to take the chance. Elsine Carriot really likes the Bonecrusher Giant, so put them together. Elysian. Unfortunately, they can kill this. They can't kill this, so it's possible that's a better play. Theoretically, they could, but most likely wouldn't. That new thing, yeah. Alright. 3 mana. So we can go here and then cast the Roiling Regrowth. Suppose that's pretty good. I should have grabbed two red there. Not planning on putting Ugin out yet, but having the ability to do that would be good. I suppose this gives me 1 mana of any color, but just don't like to depend on it. So if I go 1, 2, 3, then I've got 4 mana left over. Iron Crag into Kogla. Could just Kogla that. Force removal. Let's do a Tempo Giant into Svella. Hold open the Snakeskin Veil. This stops him from just getting free attacks with the Dream Devourer, and we'll have the option to put out some manaliths, or even just use it for the free spell. We need 1 more mana to be able to use it. We can Looking at extinction event. Okay. No way to tell what they have foretold in this situation, unfortunately. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could just smash an Ugin down and see if they quit. What a waste of a good Kogla. Are we really going to do that? Could use this ability. See what we get for free. We are somewhat diverse, at least on our mana costs. Could have still Ironcrag feed into a free creature. Just not sure we get to keep it. It's getting more surprising that everything's sticking turn by turn. Really like foretelling things, huh? Okay. Okay. That's always fun to see, I guess. So they probably aren't going to kill an Ugin and all the creatures. See an undo inversion coming soon, so let's just go in and see if that's enough for him. We'll start cool little Caryatid. I suppose that's okay if they want to attack, right? We'll see if they've got enough errant angels and clerics to make that worthwhile. Probably do. This is enough of a threat, though, that really target creature. Wow, okay. Very nice. I was expecting no answer to that. Well, up to 5. Svella only does 3. Okay. It's getting more tempting. Well, this doesn't help. What are you doing here? Suppose it helps a little bit if we could do more with it. Let's see. 5 here. Attacking forces them to kill something important. Maybe even 2 something importants. Might just chump with the Valkyrie. If they block with the Luminous Broodmoth, I think that's pretty likely, though. So I have to do it beforehand. So if they want to kill the Terror of the Peaks, they have to kill both. No. Oh, I miss... Okay, here we go. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Nice. Pretty good. Kind of good. Nah, it's all right. Might have been better just to put Klothys out rather than Svella that turn. Still, again, not using her to get the manaliths is hurting. If Aura dies and all of these die, then what happens? I think that this works the way that I'm hoping it will. Because they all go in at the same time. No. Really? That's not cool. What the hell? They all go in at the same time, yet you can still use the ability. Okay. Guess I learned something from that. And that's game. Yeah, Storm's Wrath does nothing in this deck. That's what I learned. Not even helpful a little bit. Cast one more spell, but Tundra Funeral gives me not the right kind. I guess it's Yadaro then. Doesn't really matter at all. Oh, that counts as the spell that I cast, even though, okay. Well, good game. We lost one, that's fine, that's fine. Yadaro the Wandering Monster was absolute king. Thorn Mammoth, we didn't get any play, but it's usually great in the deck. Ugin did some work for us. Kogla was fun. Vorinclex was surprisingly useless. There aren't a lot of counters in the deck, so that's not a surprise. It's more for the big 6/6 trample haste. Oh my god, I have to kill Vorinclex. There's a Vorinclex. So there's probably something that fulfills that role a little bit better than him. Fiery Emancipation instantly kills a lot of games as soon as it comes out. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that today. Embercleave got us a game with Yadaro. I think a lot of this is just perfect. Klothys, I'm not sure about. I see it in a lot of the decks, in a lot of Svella decks, and I think it's just there because it's a good rule card. Maybe it's pretty good. It's not quite aggressive enough for me, though, in this deck. In this deck, you want something that can just kill the opponent. This is good in a long matchup where you can just keep taking something out of the graveyard every turn and doing that 4 mana spread, 4 damage spread each turn. So maybe it's really good in some matchups, but most of the time when I see it, I'm wishing it was something else. Other than that, I think we've really got something here. It's pretty fun, pretty good stuff. Svella I've been looking forward to making this deck for a while, and as a commander, I think she really holds up. Let's see, we haven't looked at the land yet, so real quick, I don't think that this is necessary. It probably just gets in the way a lot of the time. I haven't had a game where I'm like, oh yeah, Notvold Slumber Mound, yes! So that probably turns into another forest, as we have a little bit more forest than mountains. And so, other than that, you could do the same with Shimmerdrift Vale. So I think this is going to be the deck that we show. So what else is going to disappear? Vorinclex, and we'll find some really good stuff to put in rather than them. All right, enjoy the deck, good luck, and have fun.